Today we have a newly released Grand Seiko Limited Edition to discuss. But first, I want to just thank you all who have subscribed to our channel so far. I do these videos not as an infomercial, but to share with you my passion, and it takes a large chunk of my free time away to bring these to you. We don't buy fake subscribers, or buy views, or pay to promote this channel, like so many others in this field. So thank you for being a community of great watch enthusiasts, and please subscribe to support me if you haven't already, because I will always bring you the honest facts and details so you can be informed. Now on to today's watch. Since we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the first 9S caliber from Grand Seiko, just like last year celebrating the 44GS case, we are most likely setting the tone for a slew of 9S releases this year. The first commemoration piece this year is the SBGH311. It features a new dial pattern which evokes the sea of clouds that cover Mount Iwate at daybreak. This is a phenomenon that occurs when the air is so humid and still that dense clouds overlap and create a silvery white sea. The contours of the clouds, expressed on the dial, are made possible through electroforming. This piece has a few surprises in store for us later on, but you really need to know that the case size on this is 37mm, which is a nod to the original watches with 9S movements from 1998. But the question here is, has Grand Seiko ruined an otherwise amazing watch with a 37mm case size? Or will you be one of the folks who's been waiting for a smaller profile limited edition? Let's find out. What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the rare and majestic Grand Seiko SBGW295, which about every inch of it is special, from the pure gold markers applied into an urushi lacquered dial to the samurai woven yorori strap. I think you all should really just have a look at Grand Seiko at its very best. Wrist check time, Grand Seiko video. So I have my Grand Seiko SBGA211 Snowflake on, which is Grand Seiko's true icon and will always be a top tier white dial to add to anyone's collection, and a great choice for a first Grand Seiko model since it embodies all of the best aspects with a sophisticated dial, spring drive movement, titanium, and open case back. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Grand Seiko SBGH311 has a 36.7mm case width, a 13.7mm thickness, a 44.3mm lug to lug, an 18.7mm lug width, a 29.7mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 141.78 grams. The case is made out of stainless steel and is a shrunken down version of the Snowflake case. It has matte finish on the inner top portion of the lugs and Zaratsu polish on the edges and more Zaratsu finish on the sides. A screwed out crown with the GS logo on the tip can be found at the 3 position. The bezel is Zaratsu finished and is protected by the sapphire crystal, which protrudes above it. The case back does protrude significantly from below the watch. The dial is a new electroformed cloud style dial, which evokes the sea of clouds that form over Mount Iwate at daybreak. I'm going to describe this color as gray with a golden undertone that comes out in different lighting. The dial markers are polished and are rectangular with dual markers at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, and singles for the others. A black ticked minute grade can be found in between each marker at the edge of the dial. The GS logo can be found in gold tone at the top middle portion and Grand Seiko in black beneath it. The hour and minute hands are polished and faceted in Dauphine style with a simple blue toned second hand. The date window can be found at the 3 position with a silver toned frame, silver toned background, and black numerals. Automatic and high beat 36,000 can be found in black at the bottom middle portion. The case back is open and has a pleasant surprise for us, which is this throwing disc style titanium oscillating weight, which has undergone an anodic oxidation treatment to give it this eye-catching blue hue. And each watch has its own limited edition number on the case back as well. The movement is the 9S85 movement, which is Grand Seiko's in-house high beat 36,000 beat per hour caliber that has a 55-hour power reserve and is accurate to between gaining 5 and losing 3 seconds per day. This type of movement is highly sought after, and only a few companies are capable of producing a 36,000 beat per hour mechanism. Grand Seiko prices these calibers above the spring drive. The bracelet is a standard 5-link design and has matte large links with Zaratsu polished smaller links. A folding clasp with the GS logo can be found at the end with no micro adjust. The Grand Seiko SBGH311 Sea of Clouds Limited Edition is 100 meter water resistant, is limited to 1,200 pieces worldwide, and can be yours for $6,600. Now for my personal opinion. I like to keep an open mind about everything. And when I heard 37mm, I was like, oh my God, what is Grand Seiko thinking? Because this piece could have been 39mm or 40mm and would appeal to a much larger audience. But I realized that this actually is a great looking piece that just seems to be more refined looking in a smaller size. It looks like it was more difficult for them to create this because it was more compact, although that probably isn't true, but it just gives off that vibe to me. The dial looks more like a colored mother of pearl than anything else though, when you see it in the real world, and you can love or hate that, but it is very dynamic, and I'm sure that this will be a fun one to pair with different straps. The size does fit my 6.5-inch wrist very well, and even though the case back protrudes below the case, it does get sucked into your wrist pretty well, and it doesn't sit too high. I will go ahead and recommend this to anyone who has been waiting for a high beat 9S caliber in a 37mm package, and beyond that, a limited edition to make it even more special. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.